You're still doing it. Oh, dear.
Oh,
Welcome, viewer. Oh, no, you're here, Alison. Sorry. Welcome, viewer. Welcome to this edition of ODDITs, off-duty driving instructor trainers, having a laugh at Terry mostly, sometimes Ian. This one, it's all about the graduated licensing thing, which I think is really interesting. I'm going to go straight to Terry because I know he's done all the research and knows everything about it. Terry, can you give us an overview, please, about the graduated licensing in Northern Ireland?
Yes, I can. What happened was, in Northern Ireland, they brought in the graduated driving license scheme.
When?
Recently.
The first
This month. The first of this month.
The first of this month called October.
Was it October? No, it wasn't. It's recent, isn't it?
It will be October, yes.
What they brought in this month? What did they bring in? Something happened.
probably a meeting about bringing it in.
It's here. They've got the what do you call it? Consultation going on. See, Alison knows. Consultation here. Northern Ireland brings it in 1st of October. So glad you did your research. Ian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to save Terry and his...
Too late for that.
Well, it depends, because I'm as forgetful as Terry is, obviously.
Or...
forgetful, that's it. Yeah.
Dates and
Is
times.
that what you call it now? You used to say, we'll just blag it.
Yeah, but you can only blag it if you know it, and I've forgotten it. So there you go. That's a roundabout we have.
It's the 1st of October, as Terry knows.
Now.
Graduated driver licensing scheme begins for anyone applying for a provisional license. So they're going to do it from the provisional license holders. So it's all new car drivers, mainly aimed at the 17 to 23-year-olds. Do you want me to read this out so that you know what we're talking about this evening?
No point, I know it.
One point.
You read out for these two, because I know it.
Anyway, the 17 to 23-year-olds, as we know, are overrepresented in serious crashes. And there's a lot going on after they pass their tests. So after they pass, they'll be displaying an R plate.
Arr! So the pirates.
For 2 full years. Blue R on white for the first 6 months, and then a white R on blue. Passenger restrictions for the first 6 months after passing. If you're under 24, you can only carry one passenger aged 14 to 20 between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. So they're limiting that kind of thing very specifically. And it doesn't apply if a qualified adult supervisor is in the front seat. Penalty for breaking the rules, £1,000 fine. 3 penalty points. More than 6 points in a 2-year probation. So it's the same thing as we have here with the graduated licensing that we've got with the 6 points. What are your thoughts on it, though? Anyone want to go first rather than me dump it on you? Because if I get on my high horse on this
Enough. Ian's already volunteered. Shh.
Come on, Ian.
I'm torn in two on this one. I think part of me thinks anything we can do to reduce road casualties, we should be behind 100%.
Yep.
And the other part of me thinks if we did a better job, we wouldn't need this.
Yeah. I'm with you on that 100%.
So I haven't decided which one's the slightly bigger half.
No, well, there's all sorts of other things going on within that. Do you want to say anything, Terry, before I start? Because I will go.
No, Ian said it perfectly. I think we're all in agreement with what Ian said.
I think it's quite in a way, it's disappointing because we haven't stepped up to the challenge.
I don't think that's because we're not trying. I think our industry lacks the skills to enable more people to do it, because we all know we meet new driving instructors, existing driving instructors, trainees, people who've been doing it for 30 odd years, and all they want to do is help drivers drive safely. That's their motivation for doing it, doing the job. But we don't have the skills to be able to do that. We're not trained in the right way, so we can't manage to do it, because I don't think many of us have got the additional. So there's all sorts of things going on with that. We'll probably get to that later, but I totally see what you're saying. But I also, because there was part of me thinking how effective the black box issue has been at helping new drivers. Would you agree? From what I've heard talking to people,
I think it's, whenever you talk about technology or legislating, it's using a hammer to crack a nut, a sledgehammer to crack a nut. It's much more complex than perhaps the statement I made at the beginning implies. But there's so many different variables, and
there are.
Anything that can reduce that horrendous figure, though, is something we've got to get behind.
Yeah, totally agree. The issue that I could see straight away once I thought about it a little longer than 5 seconds was the insurance companies are the ones that own the black boxes. And then it becomes a money issue. And then the insurance companies could be going like this. And I don't want that either. Do you see what I mean? But I met a young driver recently that they'd had their black box for a couple of years, and it was £2,000 off their insurance on the 3rd year.
And there are some very good, very well structured black box schemes out there.
Absolutely.
But we've all seen or heard of the. Well, I don't think they do. They don't do curfews now, do they?
I hope not. No. Really, they don't, Alison. Oh.
Well, a young lad that passed with me, he's just done his Pass Plus, actually, which I got to sit in with. He's got insurance with Hastings, and he said that they've been brilliant with him, and he actually quite likes using the app. And it shows him his journey, it tracks it, and then it sort of gives him like inspiration, like it'll say, oh, you've done an awesome drive there, or you've scored like whatever. And he's actually quite content with it. And his insurance for a little Toyota Aygo, which I didn't think was bad, is £600. Which, I mean, I don't know if mum and dad are on it, but he seems like he seems to be quite happy with the black box.
Yeah, I've heard very similar that they all compare it at college.
Yeah. Yeah.
App share.
Or how much driving they've been doing, and and where they've been on routes. Yeah.
Cat's going to jump on your head, just saying.
Okay. There, Belle. Looking down at you all.
It's a cat. That's what they do. Even when they're level with you, they look down on you.
Yeah, she's like thinking, what's going on?
It is interesting. So a lot of people, but we do have that thing, because not all new drivers are thrill seekers. Does everybody else agree with that?
Yeah.
Not all new drivers are thrill seekers. So it's not all just trying to, because I think it's very easy to target. And the amount of people that come to me on speed awareness courses saying, I thought they'd all be young here. And they are not. if anyone's ever attended such thing, and of course you don't have to say, but mostly it's I would guess at 30s and above. Get a lot of 90-year-olds in their Jaguar. You think I'm joking?
No.
So it's not always the thrill seekers. It's horrible. It is horrible. Terry, you've been quiet. Is it because I showed you up at the beginning?
No.
Oh, I need to try harder.
Yeah. No, just listening to you guys. You know, it's not a subject I know a lot about. Shock horror. But we have the same opinion as Ian. You know, if we did our jobs properly, then we wouldn't need this. But anything that helps, obviously, is a good thing. I'm not sure about these. Also, they've been talking about the minimum hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
No.
Because if you had 40 hours of crap, another 60 hours of crap, it might make a
You'll
blind
be
bit of
very
difference.
good at being crap after 40 hours of it.
Exactly. Even better at being crap after 100 hours to have.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're not
So,
saying everybody has to have a professional ADI either, because parents seem to do a reasonable job, or family members.
Fantastic. Another way to slag us off. Any other ways they can put us down?
That it's an interesting point that it doesn't seem to be that. They've tried so many things over the years to reduce, and it has been working. We can't deny it has been working. The KSI statistics over the years have gone down drastically. And
Is that because of car and road safety, or because the drivers are different?
No, it's the 3 E's: education, engineering, and enforcement. All of those things, you know, people know they're going to get a speeding ticket at some point.
Yeah, but you know, there's the only way of quantifying the stats coming down are purely because we're producing better drivers.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's well, 1 in 5 of all KSI statistics are a young driver, 17 to 24. The insurance companies have always been, right from when we were young, it was, oh, how old's your child to be insured? Oh, they're less than 25. And it's been like that for years because well, there's multiple factors. But we feel so strongly that our role, we three, probably Alison too, I'm going to include you in. We feel strongly that it's the role of the educator that can make a massive difference.
Yeah, that's what I feel, that we give them the safety aspect more than if they're with a parent, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of students feed back to me and say that mum and dad don't talk in the way that you do about, like, you like the deeper thinking, isn't it? It's the understanding, it's the what ifs and giving them scenarios, isn't it? And that's what I'm thinking about these statistics. There needs to be more deeper digging, doesn't there, into where the information's coming from.
Well, yeah, but that's not just, you know, because we know in our industry there are people that just want to get people through the test.
Yeah, teach for test.
Yeah, teaching for test, and for some people, what happens afterwards. I've heard lots of people say, "Well, it's nothing to do with me. I've done my bit," which is a bit of a shame.
What if it wasn't anonymous?
What bit wasn't anonymous?
I was going to say, have I passed out again?
Yeah, well, because I was trying to think, what does he mean? Have I missed out? And then I realised, oh, it's Terry. I don't need to worry. It's not me.
Did I say that out loud, or is it just in my head?
Yeah. Which bit is anonymous? What, candidates going for test anonymously? Could Ms. X come? Could you over there, please?
What?
Would you like your anonymous instructor to come with you?
Oh God. What's it about?
Well, if you weren't reading the text message
Anonymous.
while
No,
we
no.
were talking,
Right.
you wouldn't know what you were talking about. Stop reading text messages.
What if information, post-test information, wasn't anonymous?
Post-test information. Oh. Oh, you've actually got a sensible point.
So I didn't mean it. Sorry.
Take it back.
Well, that's a really oh, but that's quite clever though.
Mm.
Anyone else surprised? Viewer, underneath on the Facebook thread, if you are surprised that Terry actually said something really quite clever, can you just do a thumbs up? Just find it.
Oh, stop picking on them.
Oh, that's my sport. No, it's a really good point, Terry. So, if somebody passes with a specific, I suppose it would be the costs of that. A really good point.
Oh dear.
So, ADI
number on the insurance certificate.
Right. Can I just say something?
No,
You know
because
when
we're not going to stop you.
you know when you help somebody and you know you've done all the work and then they pass their part 3.
Don't know what you mean.
But you know when you've done the bulk of the work and then your good work goes on someone else's
Facebook post, yeah.
You're not bitter now, are you, mate?
No.
C'est la vie.
All right, but let's say one ADI has done the grunt work, that really getting people to, as you say, Alison, think through scenarios and you know what will happen to you, what will make you feel like you're in a rush post-test, and presenting those things. But what if you've done all the work and then there's a little bit of a thing and they go for a test with someone else? And then
That is something that would need sorting, yeah. But it's just an idea. It's just I know if you had to have your ADI or the student had to give your ADI number on the insurance certificate, you get those ADIs that go, whoa, it's not it's out of my control what they do after they pass their test. Why is that fair? How's it fair? Blah blah blah. There'll be others that go, I better make sure I do a better job now. I'm getting checked now. I don't want people questioning after they pass the test and going on my record and me getting called in for standard check because 25% of my people have a crash from the first year. And you'll get those to go, oh, what a really good idea. Let's look at what I'm doing. Let's look at how I'm teaching. And so, you'll get the whole spectrum of responses like you do to everything because it's change. And we don't like change.
so there could be a voluntary register somehow, though, like a Trustpilot kind of thing. No,
Maybe.
independent reviews. This is, do you see what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
There's no point in not talking ideals.
Mm-hmm. This is the percentage of learners who've learnt with me who have crashes in the first 2 years, or have incidents in the first 2 years,
or not.
or not.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we're all here being odd about. I mean, it's 24/7 for us being odd, but how can we, though? Because there's a lot of people saying, I don't know what you will keep saying, how can we help somebody post-test with their choices and decisions?
By making them choose and decide from lesson 1. So it becomes the norm, not the exception. If they're in a car, they're actively involved in the decision-making process.
Totally agree.
But even if it makes 1% of instructors move away from test-focused training to go and get some skills to just do this, then it's done its job.
I find this really difficult because I feel so strongly about this because of the majority of my work is delivering those kind of courses. And I have written my big thing about it. And I don't want to plug it here. I think I don't want to. But that I was getting all passionate about it yesterday when I was talking about why, one of the modules is all talking about stress and how do you manage it. We were talking about the resets. I mean, the videos are out there about the reset miniseries, but it's like we're not given those tools to help people really get the hang of how are they going to manage things post-test. Because it's all very well saying it, but you don't really know how you're going to manage. Because how many driving instructors take control when the tailgating thing's going on? How many of us take over and not wanting to, but we support the person and we just don't let it go and let them learn from it and manage it. It's
No, the adult child, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. We do the gesturing thing, and I heard I don't know if I can repeat it. I suppose if it's super anonymous.
Yes, you can. Go on.
somebody of a somebody, so it's all hearsay. The instructor made the pupil chase somebody who'd done something bad. Like follow them for a long time.
How did they keep up?
I was gonna say.
I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, I would love to think that's hearsay, but I don't think it was in that case. So I just think it's sad, the things we hear. I mean, we all get fed up with, drivers doing. You see a lot of it on the TikToks and the Tok Tacs and the Instas and yeah. Flicking it.
And the knickknacks.
Yeah. So on those.
And the paddy wax.
No, don't. Let's leave
the forms for dogs.
But hardly anyone knows that. It's showing our age again. Anyway, there are so many videos of this person did that person's the content on YouTube or everywhere is it. You see a lot of that stuff. This driver did this wrong to my learner, and I don't know. Was anyone given in any training as a PDI about how to?
No. Oh, there's more. Oh, sorry.
How to manage other drivers and behaviours, and how do we set an example, and how do we deal with that? Was anyone given anything?
I reckon Alison was.
Yes, I was by Ian. Yeah. Happened twice to me today on my part 3. These two inconsiderate drivers overtaking on a busy bit of road.
But we're not trained how to deal with that stuff either. There's all sorts of things that how are we when we're not given those tools to manage, how are we going to give our? It's the same thing, but just a different. Just thinking about it from a different aspect. But if we're given a bad example of how to deal with things from the people who train us, how are we going to manage in those first couple of years after passing the test? And that's why they're introducing the idea of graduated licensing. They're really trying to help out.
The thing about every time I hear something about the GDL, all I'm hearing is more experience, more time behind the wheel, more time on the roads, different types of roads, different times of day. There's nothing about the real cause, which is the person. And that's
Often
just,
understanding themselves
yeah.
and understanding the triggers. Yeah.
So, yeah, GDL, I'm with Ian. 50-50.
The reason we're going to go with it is something has to help, because it's just even saving that one person.
Exactly. If it saves one person, it's done a great job.
Well, they're all harrowing stories, aren't there? And the deaths that could be avoided. Change
It's
one
such a
thing.
simpler way of doing it.
Change one thing and the outcome changes.
So what needs to change first? So carry on with the GDL, wherever is going, but what has to change to negate the need for that?
Terry's volunteering now, look.
I didn't show hand to you. Look, that needs to change.
Standards.
The very top needs to change.
Go on, explain.
Firstly, powers that be need to understand the power of coaching. And then they need to either themselves or get someone else in who understands it. They need to train the examiners to identify it and understand it and know when it's going on and know when it's not going on. And that needs to filter down into the trainers of trainers. Forget this fucking rubbish voluntary register. You want to be trained by someone, just go somebody who's done some training, whether it's qualification or something, to go and train you. So they need to understand it. So then the trainers who are training the PDIs understand it and know how to use it. And then when it goes down to the students and the learners, they understand it. Only then are we going to, in my opinion, only then are we going to see a drop in the KSI, a significant drop. How did I get up on this box?
It's usually me. I had to come in thinking, oh God, it's just going to sound like a plug for my Beyond the Desk workshop.
Plug it.
I can't. I haven't got a new start date. We're in the middle. I love it. I love Module 3.
I'll make one up. Make a start date.
Message me. Get on my mailing list. It is really difficult to really give people a concrete, this will make a difference, because we won't know. The thing is, whenever you do anything that is coaching based, we will never see the benefits, because if it's avoided, we will never hear.
Exactly, yeah.
And it will only
we
be...
We will hear, because we'll come down with, only 50 people killed this year on the roads. That's how we'll hear.
Yeah.
I say only, but
We've got to tackle cultural things. Thinking back, it's a weird one, but it's an analogy. Thinking back to when we were young, how many people just found it funny to drink and drive? It was just funny. It
was the norm.
The norm.
It was the norm. But socially, and how quickly that changed to being less socially acceptable was done by people, not legislation, in my opinion. Does anyone else think I'm barking again.
Well, it became
No,
socially
I think you're
unacceptable,
right.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
It became socially unacceptable to drink and
Yeah.
drive.
Absolutely. But it was very quick in comparison to some other things. Now, what could happen? What could happen to make that similar thing happen with the culture of speed? Speed is the biggest contributory factor. Wrong speed at the wrong time, deliberately speeding, violating the rules of speeding. And that's why there's so much more proliferation of speeding offences, because they just know that it's a massive contributory factor.
I think drink driving was so successful because drinks manufacturers got on board with it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could go into you go into pubs and you'd see posters up saying "Don't drink or drive" or "Nominated driver, have the drinks on us tonight," things like that. Certainly in the Northeast. So it was, you can have to get, it's all well and good the people who drive the cars, but what about the people who make the cars taking a bit of responsibility for this as well, alongside everybody else?
How many modern vehicles have a speed limiter and a cruise control and a ding, 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 ding?
Yeah, but how annoying could you make that ding, 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 ding?
Pretty annoying. Mine ding, ding doesn't go off very much.
Now, is that because of the operator, or is there a fault in the system?
No.
Be careful how you answer that one.
It's a choice thing. But I've always been weird with choice of speed, even before this career choice.
I've always been tight. That's why I don't speed.
Difficult not to have a go at this moment.
I always remember, actually, reminded me of a thing changed. I must have been about 20, let's say 20. So what, 6, 7 years ago. And
Oh, shit, sorry.
Nice
It
one.
was bugging me throat there.
you two are so funny.
That just shows your age.
So it would have so it would have been what, 30 odd years ago, right? And we had a local where I grew up. We used to drink in there. And there was one time, was I there? I can't remember. Anyway, one of our mates grassed up another mate to the police because they'd driven home after having a few pints. They got in the car. They got caught.
Wow.
And the person who phoned up and did the right thing and reported them just got vilified. So that's the attitude 30 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
When we were growing up. And I thought, why is everyone having a go at Win? And he said, name then. Well, why is everyone having a go at it? I was guys on her, a couple of us on her side. But most of the friends group wouldn't talk to her. The kids, the things that teenagers and 20-year-olds do. But that was the attitude 30 years ago. Obviously, it's not the same now. But if we could get that attitude changed in terms of what we're talking about, that'll make a massive difference.
So, problem solved. Sort out
Right.
driver education, as in PDI training and what we deliver to our learners. Sort that out. Sort out the cultural thing. And that's how we'll reduce the horrible statistics of new drivers.
Oh,
No need for GDL.
We can get that done in 2 weeks, can't we?
Yeah. We're Japanese. Sorted straight away.
It is interesting, though. But there was a bit of legislation about electric vehicles having to make a sound at less than 20. There was another bit of legislation about modern vehicles needing the technology, the the satellite or the cameras registering speed limits.
I love cheese. I love it. Sorry.
My car did tell me near the Royal Free Hospital a year and a bit ago that I could do 90 in a 20 zone.
Mine regularly
my
says
own.
8.
I was on my own, so I couldn't take a photograph of the dashboard, which was a real shame. I would have liked that. So it's again a bit of hearsay. Yours says 80.
Quite regularly. On one particular stretch of road, it misreads a 20 for an 80.
Wow.
I've got both bits of technology in my modern one. I've got the cameras as well as the satellite thing. So and it's still like, I'm not doing it.
You talked about speed limiters. In mine, if you've got your speed limiter on and it recognising the speed limit's gone up, it automatically changes the speed limiter for you.
Yeah.
And if it comes down, it changes the speed limiter for you as well.
Yes. Yes. I like that.
And the cruise control. Which is fun up here where it's still 40 mile an hour on country roads for wagons because it can't figure out what the sign for a wagon is and what the sign for a car is.
Yeah. Yeah. Showing your age saying wagon.
Wagon.
I was going to say, how do you, yeah.
Lorry.
Oh.
Red lorry, yellow lorry.
How do you not? Never mind. I'm not going to know. Whatever.
Just don't drive north.
Dinner and lunch. Dinner and lunch. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is the Scotland thing, not the northeastern thing.
Okay.
Yes, it's Scotland thing, definitely. Don't go to Scotland and follow lorries. Don't go to Wales. If you don't like
just don't go to Wales.
Yeah, there's a lot of 20s. There's a lot of people that get quite frustrated. But the statistics coming out of Wales, I know we're not supposed to be talking about that. So basically, what you're saying is it's going to take all four of us more than 2 weeks to change the statistics. Is that right?
I reckon so. I mean, I might be doing yours to a disservice, but I'm getting on a bit now. I'm not as persistent as I used to be.
I spent most of the day in casualties, so I think. But is it worth trying? I think yes.
Oh yeah.
I think it's better to do it than to try it. Because if you're going to say I'm going to try it, you've already admitted defeat to yourself a little bit.
Is that why when I say I will try not to eat cake, it never works?
Are you bringing double negatives in now? Oh man, I've had a long day, a stressful day, being there for feedback on a part 3 test, pacing up and down, wearing that groove outside the test centre out, the same groove that's at the maternity suite.
Careful, you'll start Terry off dancing.
I bet you won't.
So where can people go? There will be a couple of ADIs that are thinking, but I do all right. I do the right thing and I help my learners. And some people will be making a mistake about how they help.
Well, help's different for everybody, isn't it?
How could an ADI or a forward-thinking PDI recognize that they're on the right path? Terry, you know what I mean. How could somebody take a look at their own training and what happens in the car with their new drivers that would help them recognize whether they're along the right lines or if they need to think about change. Because sometimes you don't know until you find out.
You know what?
We don't know.
I've got maybe a little basic, really basic test that you can do tomorrow. We're talking about whether the learner is being taught self-awareness stuff, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Right. I'll go with this one. Have a listen tomorrow as a starting point. Who's doing most of the talking in the lesson?
Yeah.
If the students doing most of the talking, you're on the right lines. That'll be my quick, simple, easy gauge.
But then you're going to say, yeah, but. You're going to hear, yeah, but they don't want to talk. They don't like it.
Therein lies the problem.
It's client-centered and they want me to tell them. Yeah. Do we have another one of these then as a follow-up of how do we make that and what sort of percentage are we looking at?
Can do. Can do if you want to. What? Yeah, what are you gonna call it then?
I don't know. You usually come up with the rubbish ones. I come up with the sensible ones.
Teamwork. Can I whack it?
There is ones
Well,
where you need someone to translate it afterwards. What's this
We've
one?
got a new one.
Stop looking at your phone.
I'm looking for dates. Next one.
It's the 5th of May.
May the 5th be with you.
The 4th of the 5th.
I remember the conversation now. Yeah.
It's all about Star Wars.
Yeah.
I should have said Star Trek. That would have been the best.
That would have been
Just to wind Ian up.
Well, there's so many Star Trek days to choose from. But we won't. I won't show you my nerdy side.
No. Spock the difference.
Oh, quick.
Good one.
Second time I've been quick this evening.
Leave it.
The first was thinking about Terry buffing on a stage. But that was off camera, wasn't it?
But no,
I know you are. But our other viewer.
Not anymore, it wasn't.
Our other viewer.
Say that picture you've got in your head now and you can't get it out of your head. Terry buffing on stage.
Ta. Oh, God.
You wouldn't need a very big venue.
Leave my venue alone.
Just as many viewer as this. I think we've got a point. My worry is sometimes we're so cryptic and I'm always so worried about offending people. I do feel passionate about this. Graduated licensing is the tip of the iceberg. It's us that need to change. It's our industry. And I've said it. I might have repeated it a few times. We need to help the speed awareness, the police force, the camera technology, all of that stuff. We need to help from the bottom up. We can't just rely on enforcement, graduated licensing. We've got to do more than our bit because it's horrible. No one wants to lose their 17-and-a-half-year-old. It's just when life's beginning.
On that note, happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, like I said, I get on my high horse. I get so passionate about this stuff. I just think, because we can do something. But that's why I'm doing more of what I do. Okay. Should we end it there? Not like end it, but
Yeah,
shall
finito.
I
Till
finish?
next time.
Till the next, it's the 5th, Tuesday, the 5th of May at 6-ish in the evening. So if you do want to come, we'd love to have you here. Thank you, Alison. Thank you, viewer out there. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Ian.
Bye.
Thank you, Fiona. Oh my God, it's so emotional.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Alison. Don't go, Alison. We don't go after
I've got
to have
the
my
recording
tea.
stops.
I'm going to
Yeah.
have my
Oh,
tea
bye.
now.
Go off then. Bye.
I need spinach. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
See you later.